Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this year's Cardinal Pride Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We're excited to see all the faces of former Hall of Fame inductees and then also our new inductees and their families and friends who come to support them. We're so happy you could all be here. We're happy that we are not getting completely pounded with rain right now, so hopefully that will hold true through the game tonight, but thank you all for coming. My name is Allie Dirksen. I'm a member of the Cardinal Pride Board. Jerry Swoboda is the president. However, he is cheering for his daughter in their section's tennis meet today. So he does send his best wishes, and he will be here at halftime to escort the inductees and their family and friends that are going to be going out on the field with them at the halftime show. I would like to introduce the Hall of Fame board members right now. I'm sorry, Cardinal Pride board members right now. They're all in red jackets like this, say Cardinal Pride Board. We have Megan, Leanne, Doug, I don't see you. Doug is running in here. His wife was borrowing his jacket, and Jen has been a great assistant for this whole event for Cardinal Pride, the Cardinal Pride Board. Scott and Heidi and Manny. I'm just going to say a few words about Cardinal Pride. Cardinal Pride was started in 1999 by some local community members who saw the need for supporting the Cardinal athletics as they were lacking funding from the school system. So we're there to try to help out our athletic programs at the Wilmer School, both the middle school and the high school. We support their programs. Since 2009 is when we have our documentation from, but we've been able to provide over $130,000 for our student athletes and their programs. Last year we were able to give to 10 different programs. Excited about that. A lot of the things we give are the helping with the uniforms, equipment needed. We've provided the mascot, we've bought a drum for the band, done other things like that, and it's we get our money from support for the Cardinal Pride through our golf fundraiser, which some of you participate in, 50-50 raffles, fall programs, which you'll see at the front door from the advertisers. A local community helps us with that. The golf outing does, we have created an endowment fund to support the kids, and hopefully the plan with that endowment fund is that no student athlete will have to pay a student fee someday. Hopefully they'll be free to play at Wilmer School for our students. But tonight we are very excited to induct 6 new Hall of Fame individuals: Steve Schneider, John Nelson, Gene Spalding, Lane Erickson, Daryl Ramey, and Gayne Stone. We're very excited to induct you gentlemen into the Hall of Fame tonight. We'll be very excited. Choosing inductees for the Hall of Fame is no simple task. We do get nominations from community members, family members, coaches for the individuals that are presented to us. We don't go seek out these individuals. The board is a volunteer board, and we do get many very qualified candidates for induction into the Cardinal Pride Hall of Fame. But we do look for more than just athleticism from the inductees. We look for inductees that have been supportive teammates, good community members, leadership skills, and other character attributes than just the athleticism that you bring. So thank you to you Hall of Fame members for the role models that you've been for your team, and to our future athletes coming behind you. Congratulations to all of you, and we look forward to a fun evening. Before we eat, we're going to have a prayer by Tom Corneo. And then also, I do want to preface this. We're going to have the inductee and their person introducing them come up. We do have 6 inductees, so we do ask that we try to keep things moving along. We do want to all get to the game tonight and cheer on the Cardinals. So we're asking, try to keep it to 5 minutes would be great. Right? Back there? All right, got it. Good. But no, we look forward to hearing some great stories about these athletes and coaches. Tom?
As I look around the room, I look up to most of those 6 in the inductees coming in. In fact, I look up to most everybody. But let's have a word of prayer and bless the food. The 6 inductees in the Cardinal Pride Hall of Fame have exhibited outstanding accomplishments in a wide variety of venues, following in the footsteps of many before, some recently passed on. They all exhibited passion for their sporting areas and led their teammates and athletes by example. They also leaned upon their families, colleagues, and teammates for motivation along the way. So while it is raining outside today, and it's maybe quitting, the weather will not dampen the spark exhibited by these 6 inductees. So it's with a spirit of gratefulness that we honor these 6 inductees tonight and bless them and their families, and also thankful to the Cardinal Pride Hall of Fame and for the food about which we are to participate.
Gayne Stone.
I didn't realize you other folks doing the introductions prepared such a short speech. My name's Chad Bloom. I'm a 91 grad. I swam for Gayne Stone about 100 pounds ago in a different hair shape. But before we get started, I want to congratulate the other inductees. Your legacies were definitely formed here in Willmar, and now they're secured in the Cardinal Pride Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Coach Ramey, congratulations on your induction. You provided our community a lot of good memories out here on Friday nights, in the warm gym, on cold winter nights around the track. So thanks for the lessons and the experiences you provided. Congratulations. It's my great honor to introduce Gayne Stone. I have no idea where he's from. No, I'm just kidding. South Dakota. I don't want to take this time to focus on wins and losses. I want to take this short amount of time we have together to give you some insight into Coach Stone. 22-year career here in Willmar, coaching cross country, swimming, and track. Hundreds of athletes impacted and positively affected. We're not talking about wins and losses, but how do you define a 20-year plus career of a person that has done so much, helped so many, accomplished a lot in just a few minutes? And I mean a few minutes. He wanted me just to say Gayne Stone and walk away. I wasn't willing to do that. But what I'll do is share with you my personal experience, and I hope it resonates with the rest of you that got to be with Stone, Sarah, Eric, Jason, Andrea. I hope what my experiences that I kind of share up here resonate with yours. I think Stone had an ethos for his teams. Hard work. But when you swim or run, that equates to pain. There is no precision or technique. It's about how much it hurts and how far you can push beyond that pain. There is at least for us, a saying that when we're on the pool, no pain, no gain. So, Gayne Stone believed in well-rounded students. He believed in the high school experience. He believed that you needed good grades. He believed that you should be in choir, you should be in the play, you should be in swimming, you should experience all that you can in your great years at Willmar High School. Coach Stone coached graceful losers and humble winners. We had, in my era, a lot of success, but it was never over the top, it was never flaunted. It was just, get your stuff, get ready, and let's do it again next time. The other thing that he coached above maybe all else is the great support of our teammates. How important that was. There's two unique perspectives I want to share. One is the chalk talk. And you might be thinking, what in the world are we talking about a chalk talk for swimming? That's Daryl Ramey's business, right? But no. What you don't know about Gayne Stone, maybe, for you that don't know him well, is he has a wide, burning, competitive streak, and he liked to win. And he liked us to like to win, obviously. So he blueprinted every meet. Every person on our team had a job to do, like every other sport, not unlike anything else, but we knew what matchup we needed to do. We knew what place we needed to get to beat that team up north, or the St. Cloud schools, or whatever. So every single person had a job to do, and it didn't matter if you needed to get 5th place, or 8th place, or 1st place. We all knew what that was. We shared in that experience, and we shared in that success from top to bottom. This is another unique experience here with Wilmer High School on the swim team. Every senior got to experience being a captain. Now, that's quite an honor. And if you're an athlete or have been an athlete, you know that there's no greater recognition of wearing that C and representing your teammates and your classmates and your school and your sport. And so all those people got to share that mantle of leadership. And they got to experience the pride and respect that letter brought me. Now that Stone's retired from swimming, I know coaches don't like to give away their secrets, but I think now that you're retired, I could probably share some of your sage advice and wisdom. Oftentimes, as I was getting ready to compete, I'd stand by Stone and he'd look at me and he'd say, "Don't screw it up." Or, "Hey, how about you try going faster than the other guy this time?" And after I was done, we had a lot of deep post-race analysis. If it went well, feedback was good job. If it didn't go so well, he'd say that was dumb. But honestly, Gayne Stone was there, quick to share a smile, a razor-sharp, dry sense of humor that would become evident. He was the first to greet you after a race, at practice, with a positive attitude. But I know that Stone didn't do this alone. You had great coaches along the way to help you. I'd like to thank Bob Anderson. Those great trips to junior high swim meets on the bus, thank you for getting us there. Carl Schuldes, who is the current coach here in Wilmer, came on when I think I was in 90. And Jim Critchfield, who's no longer with us. And we miss you, Jim. I wish he was here. And all the track and cross-country coaches, I know you were with quite a few of them. So, Stone, thank you from Wilmer High School for creating a great legacy. Thank you from the hundreds of students that you impacted. Thank you from the runners, the swimmers, people in your guidance office. You helped a lot of people. I'd like to thank you for teaching me the value of hard work, the drive for attaining goals, and for fun. But before I introduce Gayne Stone, I want to share one quick story. I was in 8th grade. I had some ability. And after practice, at junior high practice one day, I walked over to Stone and said, "Stone, I think I'm good enough to be on the varsity." And he said, "You're right," and just turned around and walked away. So, hey, if you put your hands together, help me welcome and induct Gayne Stone into the Cardinal Pride Hall of Fame.
Thanks, Chad. Thanks, and thank everybody. Thank the committee. I appreciate being here. Along with, I'll see a lot of other coaches in the room as well. We learn from each other, and I'm sure appreciate their work as well. To be a successful coach and get things done, you have to have the support behind you. And that's my family. I always appreciate all the stuff that they do. I was gone from supper probably half the time somewhere, either on a bus or at a practice, and they supported you all the way. Appreciate that. Mark and I have been married for 56 years, and I feel really good about that. Also, for me, myself, Chad was swimming. The first event we swam was a medley relay, and he led off the medley relay on the backstroke. And our goal was to always be in first place when he came in, and not give it up. And we had a lot of good teams, a lot of good wins as well. One streak was 7 years, and we won a bunch of meets. I did learn some things as I went along. I know there's a lot of talk about football and basketball and baseball, but you have to shift gears here now. We're talking swimming and track and cross country. It's a little bit different. But it used to be in swimming, you have to practice in the morning, practice in the evening, swim a lot, swim a lot, swim a lot. And at the end of the year, you lighten up and you just do unbelievable fast races. That's kind of the goal. And we did that a lot of years. We got to the pool at 6:30 in the morning, and by 7:30 we're done. Go to school, come back in the afternoon, and try it again. Then I talked to a coach down in Marshall one day, and he says, "No, we don't do that stuff. We swim 2,000 yards and never anything more than 25 at a time." I thought, wow, that looks pretty good. So we tried that for a couple of years, and it really worked. We had great teams. Kids are happier. We talk to each other. It works out pretty good. But you don't get the real drop-in time, but you get good drop-in time. I work good for our high school teams. So we work from that point as well. As far as me individually, I always wanted to be a coach. When I was younger, in the back of my mind, I really knew that's what I wanted to do, is teach and coach. My parents kind of influenced me to try a medical career, so I went to college as a pre-med major. And I did that for that year, or maybe a little bit more than that, and I thought, I'm not going to be a doctor. I don't know if I can. The words are too big. So I could be a coach, be a teacher, and that worked out great. So I've been teaching 53 years. I started with a couple years in the Army and in Vermillion, South Dakota, and a bunch of years here in Wilmer, and then the last 15 years I've been working at the college, teaching math out there as well. So worked out quite well. As far as students, I just can't explain to you how neat it is to feel, how feel it is when someone says to you all the things that they do. I appreciate that. When we first started swimming here, we didn't know swimming. Bob Anderson, who was sitting back there, when the junior high opened, he started a team the first year with junior high kids. He got the NCAA rule book out, which was for colleges. Trained these 7th graders for college events. They put about 5 times as long. They went to a meeting, they're going to swim 50 yards. He says, 50? We've been practicing for 500. They thought it was kind of fun. So the following year we started a senior high program, and I coached that, and I had a big advantage with Bob told me for sure you use the right events. I was never a swimmer. I did a lot of running. That was my deal, was track. And of course, went into cross country and track as well. I was privileged to coach my own kids. Appreciate that a lot. And I like running. I like track. I like road races. Different things that represent that as well. I'd like to thank everybody here. Thank my family. Thank all the families that are here. And other members of the Cardinal Pride, and congratulate my fellow being initiated today. Thank you for all that you do. Thanks for recognizing me. Appreciate it.
Congratulations to everybody, and thank you to everybody for coming today. It's so great to see such a big turnout for this event. Do just want to say a special thank you to Fernando Alvarado for taking the photos here today. Thank you, Fernando. And Josh Byrne. And Jen Deering did a lot of the behind the scenes work for us here to make this event come together, so we greatly appreciate that. And thank you to all my fellow board members for bringing it together today, from going from the tent to no tent to the school to outside, and so far it worked out really well. So we're happy that you're all able to make it and the rain stayed away at this point in time.
Football and baseball, All-State honorable mention in football. Another highlight for him was coaching with Lefty Ranweiler at Wilmer Junior College in the spring of '73. Signing baseball granting aid to play for the University of Minnesota as a starting shortstop for 3 years and winning the 1964 College World Series. And finally being drafted in the minor leagues by the Pittsburgh Pirates, Chicago White Sox, and California Angels, eventually signing a contract with the Angels in the 1966 and playing for 4 years in their farm system. Our first inductee tonight, Mr. Steve Schneider.
Gosh, how you doing, brother? Good, how you doing?
Team that was ranked #1 in the state, class AA. Being a member of the varsity baseball team at the age of 14. Playing basketball at Williams Arena in the Section 5 regional tournament, where Wilmer High School nearly upset Robbinsdale in the semifinals. He was awarded the top athlete in a very talented Wilmer High School class of 1971, and also playing with his teammates in the 1970 football season when Wilmer High School went undefeated and received a top 10 ranking in the Minneapolis Star Tribune. Our next inductee, John Nelson. Our next inductee is Gene Spalding. Gene was selected to the 1958 Prep Parade All-State Football Team. Selected to the 1958 National High School All-American Football Team. He was a member of the National 1,000 Yard Club for gaining 1,782 total yards. He's also a member of the National 100 Point Club for scoring 106 points. Also held school records in the pole vault, 11 1/4 inches, and the 880 relay at a 127.8 that was set in 1959. Our next inductee, Mr. Gene Spalding. All right, our next inductee is Lane Erickson. Lane earned 8 varsity letters in 3 sports, football, basketball, and baseball. He was an all-area basketball player in 1963 and 1964. All-region in basketball in 1964, all-area in football in 1963, all-conference in football in 63 and 64, and Lane was a Hintzler-Ranweiler Award winner in 1965. Lane isn't with us tonight as he has passed, so let's give a big warm applause to Lane Erickson. Our next inductee is a stranger to no one here in Wilmer, Minnesota. As he comes walking down the track is Daryl Ramey. Daryl Ramey was hired in Wilmer as a teacher and football coach as well as track coach in 1978. Some of his highlights were coaching Stacy Manuel, the 2002 Wilmer graduate, when she set a state and national high school record in the pole vault at 13 feet 4 inches as a sophomore. Also coaching the Wilmer Cardinal football team to the state playoffs in 1987 and 1988. Coaching girls basketball alongside Shorty Schrader in 2 state tournaments in 1992 and 1994. And Daryl says being privileged to work with the wonderful students, athletes, faculty, staff, and administration in Wilmer for 25 years. Inductee, Mr. Daryl Ramey. And now our final inductee in the 2017 Cardinal Pride Hall of Fame, Mr. Gayne Stone. Gayne was a Womer High School mathematics teacher, counselor, and coach from 1966 to 1998. Gayne coached 3 sports for many years: boys and girls cross country, boys swimming, and boys and girls track and field. Started and coached the boys swimming team for 22 years
Right there,
in 1969, where they were Central Lakes Conference champions 5 times and
Why don't you
section
come towards the
champions
middle over
3
here?
times. Coached numerous state meet entries in boys and girls cross country and
You
track
can,
and
Gayne.
field, as
Go
well
up
as
with
boys
him.
swimming. Many times, all of them in the same year. He was Coach of the Year 2 times in cross country and 3 times in swimming. Named Assistant Track Coach of the Year for the state of Minnesota in 1997. Mr. Gayne Stone.